Now, outrage is mounting in New York City over the death of a 43-year-old asthmatic man who died after he was put in a chokehold by police officers on Thursday. The police were attempting to arrest Eric Garner, a father of 6, for allegedly selling loose cigarettes. And that's when they used force.
Put your hand behind your back. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Today in Brooklyn is the funeral for Eric Garner. The case has received national attention, and now it's appropriately raised a number of questions across the nation about the use of force and proper officer training.
The way the underclass in Staten Island is policed is a magnitude different than it is in the rest of the city. What we see out of the 120 is miraculous. I mean, it is just really, it's a step beyond. And the PD moves their problem officers there. I don't think there's really any question of that.
I want to make something very clear from the outset. Without sounding like I'm blaming the victim, people must keep in mind that Eric Garner would not be dead if he had not resisted.
The nation watched as yet another white cop walked away scot-free. Grand jury decided that New York City police officer Daniel Pantaleo will not be indicted for the death of Eric Garner.
This was one time where I thought we had a legit shot at seeing an indictment, not even a conviction. I expected an indictment.
We have an African-American man who was unarmed, who was chokeholded on open video that everybody in the world saw, that the grand jury could not come up with some charge to charge him with, is just baffling.
For there to be absolutely no indictment is a simple kick in the gut.
You can see Eric Garner die. You can see the entire interaction that leads up to that. And a grand jury couldn't see probable cause, but Bill O'Reilly can. Like, that's just, it's unfathomable.
Unless we are an empowered community, unless we have the ability to prevent our lives from being taken, that we will continue to find ourselves in this position again.
People are starting to see that we're connected and that this is not just an isolated incident, that everybody's lives are affected by this injustice.
Demonstrators continued to march across major U.S. cities on Thursday night following Wednesday's grand jury decision. Several thousand protesters gathered in New York's Foley Square. Demonstrators marched across the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. Protesters marched through Boston as well, clogging city streets, and hundreds of protesters gathered in the nation's capital.
And this is the first time I think that we've really understood that all our destinies are linked.
This has been building since Trayvon. They still won't see the larger systemic issues that lead to the death of an Eric Garner, and then the disposability of Black lives that we've seen with Eric Garner, with Michael Brown, with Tamir Rice, Tanisha Anderson. Like, the list keeps going on and on.